All right, good evening. This is Luke Thomas Holmquist here at QuakePrediction.com Earthquake Forecast Center. It is 9:19 in the evening on Saturday, March 27, 2021. And let's go over to our forecast. All right, let's, first of all, we've added a couple additions to our forecast model, so it's always improving over the last 16 years. And we put out this warning for this area near Shizuoka, Japan. And about a half an hour later, a 5.7 earthquake hit southeast of Shizuoka, right over here. And right after we issued this warning. Now, this warning is actually for the 29th and the 30th. So what hit southeast of Shizuoka, here in Japan and south of Tokyo, was most likely a foreshock. So we're expecting a possible 6.0 earthquake near southeast of Nagoya, east of Osaka, and south of Shizuoka here on about the 29th or 30th of March. And again, that 5.7 that hit right after we put out this forecast map was most likely a foreshock. So we have that warning for Japan. And over in California, we have a situation here where tonight, the 27th into the 28th, we could get a 4.5 or larger earthquake, either northwest of Los Angeles or very close to Los Angeles down to the Salton Sea here, in and around this area of 95% risk here during the next 24 hours or so. And then on the 29th into the 30th, a 6.0 earthquake is possible in the north from San Francisco Bay up to Eureka, Ukiah, Willits, Santa Rosa, Napa, from San Jose, San Francisco Bay up to Eureka and Crescent City here. This part of San Francisco to the northwest part of California, a 6.0 is possible on the 29th or 30th. Now we could get anything, we could get this quake beforehand, but most likely on the 29th and 30th. And again, something should happen around Los Angeles in the next 24 hours. We did get a zoom into California. This 4.2 earthquake in the warning area, most likely a foreshock, but a more significant earthquake, 6.0 earthquake is possible on the 29th and 30th, maybe sooner, and about a 4.5 in the next 24 hours. All right, let's go to Alaska. And we have this very large risk down near Kodiak Island, southwest of Anchorage. So down in this area, a 5.5 to 6.5 is possible, the 28th to the 29th. So during the next 24 to 48 hours down here, southwest of Anchorage. So watch for that if you live in this area. So there's a warning for a significant earthquake near Kodiak Island or southwest of Anchorage in this area. All right, in Santiago, Chile, the risk is beginning to build. This risk was in Argentina here, but the risk is beginning to build out near La Serena, northwest of Santiago, Chile. This is the forecast for the 28th and 29th, and the 29th to the 30th. We could get a significant earthquake near La Serena. A 5.0 or larger earthquake is likely in that area, the 29th to the 30th. And in Italy, the risk has been across northern Italy. And then on the 29th to the 30th, that's the 28th to the 29th, the 29th to the 30th of March, the risk is moving down into southern Italy. A lot of this risk, and we'll show you in a second, is over in Greece. Once again, in Japan, we're trying to keep things in order here. On the 29th and 30th, a 6.0 is possible southeast of Nagoya or south of Shizuoka, southwest of Tokyo or south of Tokyo, this area here. A 6.0 earthquake is possible. We did have a 5.7 after we put this forecast map out. Could be a foreshock. So we'll go to the Philippines, and the risk right now is over in northeast of, or in the east of Manila. And on the 27th to 28th, northeast Philippines is where the high risk is. And then just east of Manila on the 28th to the 29th. And then the risk dissipates after that. So look for something significant, maybe a 5.5 or larger, just east of Manila during the next 36 hours or so. Now this is what we're talking about in Greece. We have this risk just north of Albania and northwest of Greece. This area here could get a 4.5 to 5.5, about a 5.0 earthquake in this area on the 28th into the 29th. Move this back a little bit here. And then on the 29th to the 30th, the risk moves down to Crete and southeast of Rhodes, the island of Rhodes in that area. Central America, the risk remains over Honduras and El Salvador. We did get a couple quakes down here near El Salvador, and the risk remains in that area on the 27th to 28th. Same on the 28th and 29th over Honduras. And same thing on the 29th and 30th over Honduras. So we'll see what happens in that area. Indonesia, the risk has been building to the west of Sumatra here, and then continues on the west of Sumatra on the 29th and 30th. But let's look at this. I believe we had some quakes in that area. Let me just check real quick. And you can see here this 4.7 and a 4.9. This 4.7 Padang, just west of Padang, west of Sumatra. And you can see that was the third island down here. Right about in this area where this risk has been building in here is where that 4.7 hit, and the 4.9 hit farther north. This is kind of in our warning area there. Over in Taiwan, we had this high risk across this area, and then that I believe it was a 5.9 hit that area. Let's see. It was a 5.9, yes, hit when this risk was quite high in this area, 65%, 5.9 hit up in here. Now the risk is diminished across the Taiwan area, and then it increases in the north of Taiwan on the 29th and 30th. Or in Seattle, Washington, the risk right now is down in southwest Oregon. And then on the 27th into the 28th, which is about now, northwest of Seattle is where the highest risk is, and western Oregon. 28th to 29th, south central Oregon, and the same spot on the 29th and 30th, very high risk in south central Oregon. And this is an interesting map here that we use the new forecast model on, along with the other forecast models. Is during the next 36 hours or so, something near, we could get a 5.0 near Cyprus, and risk also extends over into Syria. So we'll see what happens there. Risk is pretty high near Cyprus and southern Turkey on the 28th and 29th. And the Caribbean, this risk has been out here in northeastern Lesser Antilles. I believe we had a significant quake in that area. Let's see here. I believe it was a 5.8 and a 4.9 hit that area in this area up here, northeast of the Guadalupe Island. And the 29th and 30th, the risk actually increases in that area. So we could get another 5.5 probably in that same area. Now this is fascinating. New Zealand, well, the risk is now, it's the 28th over there right now. So the risk is not as much right now, but the risk is building into New Zealand. You can see on the 28th and 29th, It's in northwest New Zealand down to western New Zealand. However, on the 29th and 30th, this is interesting to see what will happen here. Christchurch is right in this area. Wellington is up here. And we have a very high risk in the area between Christchurch and Wellington on the 29th and 30th. And we'll try to get some more data on that in the forecast tomorrow. So right now it's a very high risk between Christchurch and Wellington on the 29th and 30th. All right, once more, we have 4.5 is possible near Los Angeles, between northwest Los Angeles and the Salton Sea tonight into tomorrow. And then on the 29th into the 30th, a 6.0 earthquake is possible in the northwest part of California between San Francisco Bay and Eureka on the 29th into the 30th. We'll have some more information on this tomorrow as well. And again, the Japan, we had that 5.7 after we put this forecast out down in here, south of Tokyo, and 6.0 is possible near Shizuoka on the 29th and 30th, coming up in March 29th and 30th. And then Alaska, very high risk near Kodiak Island, where a 5.5 to 6.5 is possible on the 28th and 29th. All right, thank you very much again for stopping by. And we got those warnings out for Shizuoka area of Japan, near Kodiak Island and Anchorage, southwest of Anchorage in Alaska, and near Los Angeles tonight. And then again, a stronger earthquake, 6.0 is possible near from San Francisco Bay up to northwestern California on the 29th into the 30th. Thank you so much. And thanks for your support. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, and God bless you. Keep you safe, and we will see you again soon. And thank you so much.